Hey everyone, in this video we're going to read the next chapter of Attack of the Tiger. Chapter 3. Duh. From clear across the blacktop I could hear that my teacher was not being the happy hippie. He was madder than the Green Hornet. He was storming towards the teacher's parking lot surrounded by kids. I got up and asked, "What's wrong, Mr. Green?" because I'd never seen him mad before. Testy, sure, or annoyed, or even a little grumpy. But mad? Not Mr. Green. "I cannot believe it," he said, marching along the blacktop. He had a rag in one hand, a bottle of clear liquid in the other. "Believe what?" I asked. "What happened?" Mr. Green didn't answer me, but all of a sudden he stopped and turned around and said to everyone, "This is not cool, and you can tell whoever did it, they won't get away with it." Then he started marching again, straight for his van. I was next to Ryan Voss, so I asked, "What did they do?" I figured he had to know. Not only is he a sixth grader, he's the principal's son and knows everything. "Beats me," he said. "Dude, didn't you hear?" Carl Blanco said to me. "Someone tagged the green machine." I said, "Tag Mr. Green's van? What do you mean?" Carl pulled a face at me. "Not like the game, nerd. They tagged it with spray paint." "Seriously?" Ryan asked. Carl nodded. "I heard it's bright red." "Red?" I stopped walking. "The same color as the graffiti in Old Town." "Wow." I shifted into my power walk and caught up to Mr. Green, but he didn't want to hear about my dad's assignment for the Gazette. He just wanted to get to his van. When we got there, Nika Parker said, "Oh, that's awful." And it was. Someone had spray painted a great big dumb baby face right over Mr. Green's dolphins. Red circle, red eyes rolling up, red buck teeth looking left and right. And coming out of the giant dumb baby mouth was a talkie balloon with a great big red "duh" inside it. Mr. Green wet his rag and started scrubbing. Everyone crowded around. The paint didn't budge. Then the morning bell rang and Mr. Green said, "Get to class, all of you, shoo." No one moved. We just kept watching him. "Now," he shouted, "go to class or you'll be tardy." "Duh," someone from the left side said. Mr. Green froze mid-swipe. Everyone held their breath. Eyeballs went boinging all around. Mine spotted Carl smirking, and some other sixth graders around him were smirking too, like Ryan Voss and Brad Waxton and Richie Hattini. "Who said that?" Mr. Green asked. No one breathed a molecule. "Who said that?" He stood straight up. "So, you're a vandal and a coward, huh?" "Brock, Brock, Brock," came a voice from the other side of the crowd. Everyone turned, but before we could figure out who'd made the chicken sound, Dr. Voss appeared, her voice cracking like a whip. "Children, get to class. You'll all be tardy." Everyone charged out of there. Everyone but me. I ducked behind the back bumper of Mr. Green's van and waited. When Dr. Voss got over to Mr. Green, she said, "I know you're upset about this, Elmo, but there's no reason to make a school-wide spectacle of it." "Elmo? My teacher's name was Elmo? Wait, the bouncer's name was Elmo?" I fell flat on my butt. Mr. Green was saying, "Someone did it this morning, right here in the parking lot." I peeked around the back of Mr. Green's van. Dr. Voss was giving the dumb baby a stern look. "We'll see what we can do." She started to walk off, but Mr. Green stopped her. "Exactly what does this mean? What does that mean this time, Ivana?" "That will look into it," Dr. Voss said. "How will we be looking into it?" Mr. Green asked her. She frowned at him. "Let me give that some thought, will you?" Mr. Green said. "How about we start by calling the police? Then let's ask Dusty to look through the trash bins for the spray can." She put her fists on her hips. "Our custodian was not hired to dig through trash." Mr. Green shook his head. "Fine. Then I'll do it." "You have a class to run." "Okay. I'll get my class to help me then." "Voluntarily?" He shrugged. "Sure." She nodded. That shouldn't anger any parents, but make them wash up afterward, and don't take too much time away from class. Wait, he called after her. Can you ask the teachers to look through backpacks? Well, I don't know about that. Her frown was back. It could have been anyone. They could have just walked through the field here, up the hill. They could have. Could you please just ask the other teachers to check? My mural is ruined. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. I'm sure it does, Dr. Voss said with a smirk, then turned her back and headed for the office. We'll do the best we can, she called over her shoulder. In the meantime, I can see your class lined up outside your room. When she was gone, I popped up from behind the bumper and said, Don't worry, Mr. Green. Whoever did it, we'll catch him. Nolan, where'd you come from? Back there, I said, pointing to where I'd been. Did you hear everything? Uh-huh. And if Dr. Voss won't help you, I will.